I'm Katie, and I'm currently taking the Real Estate Pre-License course through Metro Brokers Academy School for Real Estate. I want to invite you to study with me on my channel. We will review all the chapters individually, as well as the vocabulary you need to know within each chapter. So don't forget to like and subscribe at the end. Without further ado, let's move on to today's topic. Exam Prep. Transfer Quiz with Katie Landers Does Real Estate. Before we get started, let's go over how this quiz is going to work. I will first ask you a question and repeat the question and list out 4 choices, A, B, C, or D, for you to choose from. Once I'm done reading your choices, the timer in the upper left-hand corner will pop, and you will either have 10 seconds, 30 seconds, or 60 seconds to produce an answer, either in your head or out loud like a crazy person, before the answer is revealed on the screen. Let's do it. Priority of interest in real estate is usually determined by A, date of the document, B, date of recordation, C, actual knowledge, or D, reference to statute of frauds. B, date of recordation. Which of the following statements is incorrect? A deed conveys a present interest in real estate. B, a will conveys no interest in real estate until after the death of the testator. C, a deed conveys a future interest in real estate if specified by the grantee. Or D, a will conveys no interest in real estate until it is probated. C, a deed conveys a future interest in real estate if specified by the grantee. The covenant in which a grantor promises that the owner owns the property and has the right to convey title to it is the A, covenant of warranty forever, B, covenant of season, C, covenant of quiet enjoyment, or D, covenant of further assurances. B, covenant of season. When performing a title examination, the attorney locates the book and page number where a particular deed is recorded by looking in an alphabetical listing. The subject property is located in a county that uses an index system of recording called. Again, when performing a title examination, the attorney locates the book and page number where a particular deed is recorded by looking at an alphabetical listing. The subject property is located in a county that uses an index system of recording called A, Torrens Index, B, Tract Index, C, Alpha Index, or D, Grantor-Grantee Index. The correct answer is D, Grantor-Grantee Index. Title to real property is conveyed by deed when A, signed by the grantor, B, recorded by the grantee, C, delivered and accepted, or D, signed by the grantee. C, delivered and accepted. If a grantor conveys title to a farm but retains a 1-acre tract in the northwest corner, the deed would contain A, an exception, B, an easement, C, a reservation, or D, none of the answers are correct. A. An exception. Carmela bought an owner's policy of title insurance for her new home at a closing that took place in June of 2000. A year later, a title dispute arose that concerned a claim that the grantor's signature on a deed signed in 1991 was a forgery. Does Carmela's policy cover her? Again, Carmela bought an owner's policy of title insurance for her new home at a closing that took place in June of 2000. A year later, a title dispute arose that concerned a claim that the grantor's signature on a deed signed in 1991 was a forgery. Does Carmela's policy cover her? A. Yes, because this type of problem is not an exception to a typical owner's policy. B. Yes, as long as Carmela has paid her annual title insurance premiums. C. No, because the title problem could not be discovered by researching recorded documents. Or D. No, because the problem occurred long before the policy was written. The answer is A. Yes, because this type of problem is not an exception to a typical owner's policy. Murphy owns a 65-acre tract of land bordering the Flint River. As a result of gradual accumulation of soil along the riverbank, Murphy acquired an additional 10 feet of property. Title to the additional land was acquired through the process of, again, Murphy owns a 65-acre tract of land bordering the Flint River. As a result of gradual accumulation of soil along the riverbank, Murphy acquired an additional 10 feet of property. Title to the additional land was acquired through a process of A. Dereliction, B. Avulsion, C. Accession, or D. Erosion. C. Accession. If a person dies intestate, leaving real property as part of his or her estate, the descendants' heirs will acquire the title according to A. A formal will, B. The laws of descent and distribution, C. Escheat, or D. An administrator. B. The laws of descent and distribution. A title defect might be removed by A. An action to quiet title, B. Title insurance, C. A certificate of title, or D. A partition action. A. An action to quiet title. The claim of a person trying to prove the title by adverse possession might be strengthened by A. Tacking, B. Paying the property taxes, C. Color of title, or D. All of the answers are correct. D. All the answers are correct. Scott sells his home to Zachary, who immediately takes possession but does not record the deed. 3 days later, Scott sells to Martin, who records his deed. The rightful owner is A. Scott, B. Zachary, C. Martin, or D. Zachary and Martin, each having an undivided 1/2 interest. The correct answer is B. Zachary. An amendment or modification to a will can be effected by A. A codicil, B. Executing a new deed, C. Initiating and witnessing the desired changes, or D. Making a patent. A. A codicil. Which of the following is not required for a valid and enforceable conveyance of title by deed? A. A written document, B. Habendum clause, C. Legal capacity of grantor, or D. Granting clause. B. Habendum clause. A reservation in a deed may be used to create A. An easement, B. Quiet title action, C. A reversion estate, or D. A 15-foot piece of land reserved by the grantor. A. An easement. Actual notice results from which of the following? A. Existence of power lines, B. Knowledge learned by inspecting the public records, C. A stranger's possession under an unrecorded deed, or D. An unrecorded deed. B. Knowledge learned by inspecting the public records. A break or gap in the chain of title results if A. A previous grantee failed to record the deed, B. There is an existing cloud on the title, C. A title search reveals a defective legal description in a deed recorded in the public records, or D. The title is encumbered. A. A previous grantee failed to record the deed. With respect to a descendant's property, the probate court has the responsibility of A. Establishing rightful heirs, B. Passing on the validity of a patent, C. Appointing an executor, or D. Finding the testator. The correct answer is A. Establishing rightful heirs. The purpose of an acknowledgement is to A. Prevent recordable document from being signed voluntarily, B. Assure the grantee of a valid document, C. Prevent forgery of recordable documents, or D. To keep the grantee from using a fictitious name. C. Prevent forgery of recordable documents. When a corporate officer signs a deed, it should also have A. A stamp, B. A sticker, C. A sign, or D. A seal. The correct answer is seal. And that's all I have for today's topic, folks. Thank you for studying with me, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.